Hello and welcome to Reginaldesq. I'm Underhook and this is my review of the British Tier 6 light tank, the Crusader. So is it any good? No, it's rubbish. Well, I think it's rubbish anyway. This is actually a re-review because it used to be a Tier 5 light tank and I reviewed it I think back in 2014 and I liked it back then as a Tier 5 light tank. I thought it was a good tank. So I think a while back they made it a Tier 5 medium and I never played it at that time, and now it's a Tier 6 light tank. So in my view, this is the worst Tier 6 tank in the tech tree for all nations, and it's definitely the worst light tank at Tier 6. There's no doubt about that. I don't think anybody could dispute that. Why? What makes it bad as a light tank? Well, it has good view range. It has good camouflage, so far so good, right? The biggest problem with it is its mobility is really poor. On paper, it says 58 kilometers an hour in forward and 22 in reverse, but that 58 in forward is downhill only. So its power to weight ratio is awful. So it has 20% worse power to weight ratio than the next worst Tier 6 light tank. So power to weight is terrible. Its track traverse is also terrible. So it doesn't turn well and it doesn't accelerate well. And if it's going up a hill, it doesn't feel like it's a light tank at all. It struggles to get to spotting positions quickly enough, and so you tend to get spotted by other scouts who have already made it to their spotting position. So not great like that. Now the gun does very low damage. So that we don't have my crew skills clouding the gun, let's have a look at it here. So it only does 75 damage per shot, which is really low. When they moved this from Tier 5 to Tier 6, from a Tier 5 light tank to a Tier 6 light tank, the gun, all they did was make it slightly more accurate, and that's it. They didn't touch penetration, damage, or rate of fire at all. So it's basically a gun that was pretty good at Tier 5, and now it's at Tier 6. As well as that, they made the tank slightly faster and they gave it more hit points, and that's all they did. The radio range on this tank is really bad. It's about 500 meters, whereas all the other Tier 6 light tanks are 600 and something meters. I honestly think that Wargaming forgot to up the radio range when they put this tank up a tier. That's how much they cared about this tank. Anyway, it's fast reloading, 2.2 seconds to reload, and aiming time is 2 seconds, so it's pretty good, 0.37 dispersion. So it's not bad, it's just that on a tank with no armor, like the AT2, for example, at Tier 5 has a similar gun, but it's got armor, so I can just sit there going bang, bang, bang. This thing, if you're going to sit in front of someone firing shot after shot after shot, they're shooting back at you and you've got no armor. So when can you do that? To do that, really you have to be mobile. It's got 12 degrees of gun depression, so you can be mobile on hills, shooting over hills and stuff. But to do that, you need to be able to aim really quickly. Now it is 1.88 seconds with my skills at the moment, and 0.35 dispersion. The thing is, my internet's terrible, so I have to aim a lot longer than the actual aim time for my shots to hit, and I can't flick shot or anything like that, which is tank. You really need to be doing that sort of thing, like just quickly popping out and shooting and popping back, so you're not exchange. You can't afford to exchange fire, whereas for me, I can't do that. So for some people might have better luck with this tank than me with the gun, so the gun was terrible for me. But whichever way you do it, the speed is going to kill you. Even if you like the gun, the speed's just the end of this tank. The power to weight ratio is just awful, and acceleration's awful. Alright, so we'll have a look at some gameplay and we might talk a bit more about it there. I've got binoculars fitted for passive scouting. I've got vents to help with camouflage and scouting. And I've also got the exhaust because sort of part way through I thought, well, actually I kind of need to not get spotted on the way out to things, so that's why I've got the exhaust. My crew skills, well, I've got 6th Sense, although I didn't have 6th Sense when I started, and that was a nightmare. So I've got 6th Sense, and he's working on situational awareness. So the commander is also the radio operator, unfortunately. This guy's got repairs, which is pointless. He's got concealment. He's working on snapshot, so I can't remember what tank I grabbed him off. And the other guy was a new guy. He's currently on 82% concealment. So my crew won't have much in the way of skills in the games you see, because they're probably a bit earlier on. I'm definitely going to sell this tank. It's not fun at all. The map is Corellia. We are in our tier 6 light tank, and it is a tier 7 game. I'm heading out to that sort of shelf part way up the big hill here. I'm going to try and get onto that and scout, but as we will see, I'm not fast enough. I'm doing 57. Actually kind of got top speed. On the flat, I kind of maybe exaggerate. On the flat, it's not too bad. We had a downhill start. So if you have a downhill start, you can get a run up. I stopped because I saw the other guy was there. I didn't know he was going to come right up to this bush. Anyway, we get 2 into him. He hits our tracks but doesn't actually track us. We get a little bit of spotting damage on the chaffee, but we don't get any spotting damage on this 105 here. So somebody else is looking at him, I guess, while they're shooting. So yeah, because we had a downhill run, we had a bit of speed, so it wasn't too bad. Now, amazingly, I haven't taken any damage. So I know the chaffee's just there. I don't know if he's behind the rock there or whether he's in the bushes in the middle. I decide to take a shot. Figure maybe he's just there. I decide to risk it. And I was waiting for my sixth sense to go off or to get hit, but no, he's behind the rock. And it looks like our tanks on top have spotted him. So his days must be numbered if he's got tanks above him. I mean, they must know he's there, but I guess they don't want to get shot from anywhere else. So he's moving, so I go for a tracking shot, which I can't really do with my terrible ping. That shot missed. I don't know how that missed, but it missed. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I can't really track moving tanks because I can't hit where I want. I got close though with that from the look of it. So I decide now to go to where I was going to go in the first place, which is where that chaffee was, and see if we can spot anything from there. Now, we got spotted on the way up. Must be that T50-2 there, premium tank. Really good scout tank. Tier 6 tank. Oh good, we get one into him. 71 damage. Doesn't do much, does it? Oh, okay, we hit him, but bounced off his armour. It was good timing, that shot. So I probably should have kept having shots at him, but I decided to try and get in this position and see if we can get some spotting done here. See if we can light up any tanks. Wait for my binoculars to kick in here. And there we go. I don't know if it's me that spotted him, but SU-100, very tasty. Everyone's getting laid into him, into his side. We're taking off a few tiny chunks. I'm just trying to guess where he's at. And good guess, we get the kill. So even though it only does a little bit of damage, if they've only got a little bit of health, it's all good. T150, I don't think we can pin, but we've got a green indicator, so we'll have a go. So we're not having much luck with him, so we'll try this T150 here. I'm getting bounces, but because of the lag I have, a lot of time my shells... Well, a lot of time the tanks move after I fire, and it looks like they haven't moved, but they have moved. So a lot of times they turn, and I'll fire at red armor, but I'll get a pen because by the time a shell hits, as far as the server's is concerned, their tank's already moved. So even if it's red these days, I just fire at it because I often fire at, you know, sitting ducks, and then it hits something else because they weren't really there. Just how it goes. Just speed this up a little bit while we're getting up this hill. It's pretty slow up the hill, as you can see. And I'll go back to normal speed now. I thought we were going to get a shot on that guy, but we didn't. So downhill, no problem getting speed, unless that happens. Enemy Arty, M44. Okay, now, Let's see how many shots we need to kill an Artie. Oh, he's already been hit, so... Wow, that was good from me on the move. I must have had not much lag in this game. My ping's at 190, or 200 now, so I actually am having a bit... I would be having lag for sure. So the ping is 130 because I'm on the Hong Kong server. The ping is 130 when it's going really well. So anything above 130, I right now I'm probably having anywhere from 1 to 3 seconds lag. But and of course the replay it all looks normal. But if I was, I'm probably like. So you can see there how I went a little bit too far left and I came back again. That's because I take my finger off the key, but it keeps turning. So I've probably got a good half second to a second lag right now. And even though it looks like I just aimed and fired there, I probably waited a second after it finished aiming before I fired. Alright, job done. That was a class 2 in the tank. You can see we hit quite a few tanks. It takes a lot of shots to build up a decent score in this thing. We finished about middle of the road as far as our team was concerned. So we fired 29 shots, 18 of them hit, 10 of the 18 penetrated, so we wasted a few shots on the T-150s there. Total damage 615. We damaged 7 tanks, destroying 2 of them, and we got 699 assistance damage. Not really a great game for a Tier 6 light tank, but there was a bit of action. The map is Serene Coast. And it's a Tier 7 game again. We don't really get Tier 8 games. The games are nearly always a 2-tier spread on the Asian server. So it means I'll probably never or very rarely ever see a Tier 4 in a game with a Tier 6. And you very rarely ever see a Tier 8. Now this location here is great for early spotting if you ever want to look for it on this map. Just park here, wait for the binos to kick in, and don't shoot. Just sit here, spot, and see if you can rack up a little bit of early spotting damage. As you can see there, as soon as I Binoculars picked in, not only did I pick up that that scout tank, but you can see all the others across the river, we're picking them up. Now sometimes your TDs will nail them from range, like Artie just hit the Achilles there. And so I've got a shot, I'm not going to take it. It's not worth it for 70 damage, then he'll move, and then I have to get out of here, so it's not worth it. So you can sometimes, if your team's really switched on, and a TD gets in place fast, you can get some big hits there. This is a danger. I might have to shoot because he's going to spot me anyway, that Cromwell. I decided to take a shot, which I miss. I'm sure I've been spotted now. I pretty much overstayed my welcome there. I probably should have moved, but anyway. We've got a couple of little hits on him. So I'm going to go from here now. So this is really only a location that you go to at the start to get the initial spots and hopefully get a bit of damage, and then you leave because you get flanked. Or if you get spotted there, sometimes TDs from across the lake will wreck you. I really want to get rid of this Cromwell because he's spoiling my plans, so I'm trying to work out a way of getting to him. Looks like our team's dealing with him though. I'm going to try and get him from this side, so there we go. And our teammates got him, so we're okay there. So that Achilles we spotted right at the start, he's dead now, so that was probably, even if he didn't die, even if we didn't get spotting damage for it, he probably died because of us, so it's well worth getting those spots at the start. And we spotted that Cromwell on the way in too, I guess, so even though we didn't do the killing and we probably got hardly any assistance points, we're only on 61 assists, so but you know, we're helping the team to win, I guess. We've got to look at the bright side. So has got good camouflage, so I'm just trying to get into. I notice I haven't been spotted, so I'm going to take a chance to push this tree down to give myself better camouflage so I can peek out a little bit and get some spotting off to the right as well, hopefully. And binos have kicked in, and I'm not seeing much. Okay. Well, I might speed it up to 2 times, which I've just done. Or did I? No? Oh yeah, 4 times, back to 2 times. Okay. So you can see there, we don't really have it on the right. Oh, back to normal speed. So I've spotted that T50 there. And someone's hit him. Good, so a bit of spotting damage for us. Now, there's some sort of replay bug here. I'm obviously aiming at him. I decided not to shoot all that time, but then as he was moving away, I thought I could probably shoot him and not get spotted, and I was right. However, it looks like, yeah, it was probably lag because my gun wasn't even pointing at him when I fired. So I decided I'm going to take a chance on this T. I see he's injured, so I figure I might have a chance. But you see 3 shots. Takes 3 shots to kill him. We get nailed by a Tiger, heavy tank, premium Tiger from over the side, which is not good. I've got to be watching out for this guy, this T-25AT, in case he's trying to get shots on me, but he's too busy with our teammates, so that's good. It was probably worth it to get rid of that T-25 because they are very scary tanks. I also note that he panicked and missed. He took 2 shots at me and missed both of them, so I think he panicked. Or possibly he has lag like me. And he thought he was aimed, but he wasn't. That's probably what I look like to most people when I'm playing. So I'm just being really patient and just spotting because we're doing okay. We're not getting overrun, so there's no need for me to do anything silly. Just gonna see if this guy backs out and I can take a shot. No idea where that shell went. I don't know if you saw where it went, but I just got spotting damage on an OI and I haven't even seen it, but I spotted it through the train tracks or something there, I think. And we hit it that time. Yes, and we killed it, even though it looked like it was a miss. Uh-oh, he's close. Has he seen me? Yeah, he has seen me. I don't know what I did then, why I didn't fire, or what, I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay, so my ammo rack's been hit. In this tank, I'm glad that happened, you get ammo racked all the time with frontal hits. So a hit anywhere to the front of the tank will ammo rack it. Okay, I've got to run because that Challenger will make short work of me. My gun does so little damage, he won't care. So I just have to run. Oh, he nearly got me. Oh, I thought I was gone then. Even watching the replay, I thought I've gone. And there's an OI there. Okay, now I've just got to do some fancy driving. Oh, that stunned me, that's driving. So I'm just trying to get out of the way. I know the OI is probably aiming at me right now, so I just turn in here and wait till he's not spotted, which probably means I'm not spotted, and now we'll get out of here again. And we made it without getting nailed, which is amazing. So I'm just waiting for my binoculars to kick in and make sure I can't see anything going on. Okay. So I'm worried about this OI. I just want to see what he's doing first. Looks like it's clear and I can escape. So I just want to get out of this area because there's too many tanks coming in and I can't afford to get into a fair fight. Can I get a shot on this guy though, Challenger? Ooh, 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 ooh. Did you see how much the gun ballooned? Well, I moved a tiny bit and it fully ballooned the gun. So even though it says the accuracy, the aim time is good, you're aiming from terrible every time. I'm just hoping this Challenger moves a little bit. Doesn't look like he's going to. Just speed up to 2 times while I'm moving over here. Just basic escaping and then just getting some bushes here for some cover. I'll go back to normal speed now. So I think we're going to lose that side. I can't do much. It's a heavy tank and stuff like that. I can't really... Oh, by the way, in case you've never watched my videos before, I don't really fire gold. Like, I haven't fired a gold round for 5 years, I think. So I don't really fire gold. So when I say I can't do much against the heavy tanks, I'm not lying. Oh, we hit him, no damage. I didn't get spotted by him though. He hasn't got very good view range, that guy. I've shot him at him a couple of times now. He hasn't spotted me. Did the Challenger just die? No, it didn't. Alright, so I'm going to try and get the Challenger. Just trying to sneak around to see if I can get a shot on him. I'm really trying to hug the edge here, so here we go, here we go, here we go. Aim, 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 aim. Whoop. Just have to take the shot because he started moving, and we got the hit. Go behind this rock, then turn. Hopefully no one's got shots on me. Run, run, run. Someone's capping. So I'm going to try and go the other side of the tracks. Okay, he stopped capping. Now I'm really worried because I don't know if I got spotted, but he might be coming here to get me. So I'm trying to keep as much cover as I can. I just want to try and cross the tracks here. Alright, whoever's on cap's not there now. Alright, so let's move up. They'll probably try and cap again in a minute. Unless they were just driving through. Here we go. We've got the T50-2, that premium Tier 6 scout tank is just there. Can I get a shot on him? There he is. Okay, well, probably lag, I don't know. If you're new to World of Tanks, the replay shows you what the server saw. It's not necessarily what happened on your screen. So I decided to go around the other side of this hill here to and turn left and then go up on behind the bushes on top of that hill, this hill just here, and shoot at cap without being spotted. But I've just spotted something. It's an SU-8. So I decide, you know what, I don't think I'm going to win against all these guys, so I'm going to go and get this SU-8. He hasn't seen me. I've spotted him, but he hasn't got good view range. So we'll see if we can shoot him from behind this bush. Now watch how many shots this takes. 1, 2, 3. I missed 4, 5. I think that one actually bounced. So we've already hit him 4 times, haven't we? 4 penetrations. It's only showing 3 on my screen. I don't know why. Like down the bottom it's only showing 3, but we definitely saw 4 shots penetrate him. Whew, that one just got there. But, you know, we just lost 263 health because it just took so long to kill. Admittedly, you know, I should probably have tracked, but the accuracy's not so good from that range. If I did aim for the track, I might have missed him altogether. So anyway, all I'm doing now is just trying to move away from the other tanks as fast as I can, in hope of spotting them at range. I've got no hope now with 63 health. I got no hope in a close quarters engagement. I'm just trying to avoid him. But Artie has popped out, so he's obviously decided to pop around in case I was coming, and he was right, I was coming. He decided to go shotgun mode. Now I've got to be careful not to stick up too far of this hill, so I'm actually using him, believe it or not, as cover, because I could see a TD popped up on the screen the other side of the hill, and I'm keeping myself between this guy and the TD, so the TD can't nail me. Artie just misses, so we know where the other Artie is now. Once again, took a lot of shots. He did a bit of ramming damage to me. I've only got 44 health now, so I lost about 19 health there, but I was trying to avoid the ramming. I was kind of backing up a little bit, but like I said, I wanted to stay close to him. And there's the other Artie. Oh, wow. Well, that was a very lucky shot on his part. He just snapshot me. Which, if you've ever played Artie, snap shooting is pretty much impossible in artillery. So that was a lucky shot. And I had an unlucky shot. Alright, so that turned out to be a tier 1 game. I got 2 medals too. I got a Pascusi for killing artillery, and the other medal is, I can't remember what it's called, but it's for killing 3 tanks or tank destroyers. So it's 3 tanks of a higher tier. I've got another screen because this didn't capture everything. Hang on. So there's the other one. These ones at the bottom are added in. So we finished on top for experience on our team. Although the other team, of course, got more experience because we didn't win. We lost. I possibly could have won that game. I think he was just lucky with the Artie shot. When I looked at the replay there, he literally wasn't pointing at me. He just turned and went bang. So, you know. Damage-wise, we did pretty good. 1,239. There's only 2 other tanks in our team that did more damage, so not bad. I just looked it up. It's Orlix medal, that other medal. So we fired 34 shots, 22 of them hit. Of the 22 that hit, 20 penetrated, which is really good actually. So 110 mils of penetration worked well in that Tier 7 game. 1,239 damage is pretty good from this tank. Only 241 from a distance of over 300 metres, so a lot of it was actually pretty close work. We received 4 hits, 3 penetrated. We got splashed a couple of times as well. Enemy vehicles spotted 7. We damaged 7, destroyed 5, so we nearly got a Top Gun. 810 assistance damage, which is not a lot, unfortunately. We made pretty good profits too. Thank you for watching my review of the Crusader. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider giving the video a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, consider subscribing to Reginaldesq. I nearly forgot what channel I was on. Catch you later.